What a ball game tonight at Rogers Center as the Toronto Blue Jays, they win their third consecutive. They score some early runs. It's back and forth between them and the Guardians in this contest. It's 3-3 late in the game. And who comes up with the clutch knock in that eighth inning? Nathan freaking LUKES comes through. And the Blue Jays win it 5-3 over the Guardians. They're back to 500 at 16-16, and vibes have completely flipped. It really has. What'd you see today? Well, you saw another home run from George Springer, and you got some really good knocks from a two-out knock from Alejandro Kirk. You had a two-out knock from Nathan LUKES. It's good signs all around. Let's break this ball game down, shall we? It starts in the top of the second inning. And for the love of God, Carlos Santana is a Blue Jays killer. There's no debating that. That man has so many big hits against the Blue Jays. Last year he had 23 homers for the Twins. Remember, they play the Jays 6 times in a season. He had 3 homers against the Jays last year. You go back to the great wild card series the Jays had against the Seattle Mariners back when good times were a thing with this organization. And Teoscar Hernandez hit 2 home runs in that playoff game. You remember who hit the grand slam off of Tim Meza to get that game close, which the Jays inevitably lost, and it was a crazy comeback? Yeah, Carlos Santana. This guy is an incredible Jay killer. And he continued again today, top of the second inning, homering his 3rd home run of the season. And it's 1-0. But we go to the bottom half of the 3rd inning, and the Jays get some offense of their own. And this is why I was so happy with today's victory, is you got some early offense. We've talked about the last couple days, how they haven't scored till the 7th, and they haven't scored till the 6th, and they're coming back against these teams, which is fine. But when a back end of the bullpen of Emmanuel Clase and guys like that the Guardians do have, you cannot afford to do that. So in the bottom half of the 3rd, right, Honors Jimenez and Bo Bichette get out. So it's 2 out, nobody on, nothing doing. Vladdy singles to right center. All right, then Santander walks. So you got 2-1 now. And George Springer pops up, but hold on a second. Catcher's interference on Bo Naylor. So everyone gets a base. So now there's bases loaded, 2 out for Alejandro Kirk, who's one of the hottest Blue Jays right now. And he drives one into left field for a base hit. In comes Vladdy. In comes Santander. And the Toronto Blue Jays now lead this ball game. It's 2-1. Great stuff from Kirky. Incredible 2-out rally from the Blue Jays. And you got the lead now. Well, next half inning, Bo Naylor pissed off because he did the catcher's interference. He takes Chris Bassett deep to center field. It's gone. And we're tied at 2. However, inning and a half later, George Springer comes up and he gets like a 77 mile an hour. Was it a breaking ball from, was it from Logan Allen? Yeah, it was from Logan Allen. And Georgie drives this thing to center field. He crushes this thing and it's gone. Springer's 3rd home run of the year. And the Blue Jays are back in front. It's 3-2. In the bottom half of the 5th. But in the top half of the 6th inning, with a guy at 3rd and only 1 out, who comes up to the plate? Oh, I don't know. Carlos Santana. And in a full count pitch, not a terrible pitch at that from Chris Bassett, and kind of an awkward swing from Santana, but of course he barrels it up and it's into right field for a base hit. In comes whatever, I'm not even going to try. I'm just too tired right now. If you guys don't know, it's 2:12 in the morning. I am freaking exhausted. I mentioned it would be a late video. I didn't expect this late. But I'm hanging in there for dear life. And just like that, it's 3-3, top of the 6th inning. We go bottom 8. Okay? And this is where things get crazy. Because they bring in veteran right-handed pitcher Jacob Junis. And he walks George Springer. Kind of a close pitch on ball 4, but it was a ball. Then George steals second base. So you have the guy, you have the go-ahead run in scoring position with nobody out. Then Alejandro Kirk kind of dumps one into right field for a base hit. You have runners in the corners with nobody out. They bring in Dalton Varsho to pinch run for Kirky at this point. and you're thinking maybe he's going to try and steal. Well, then Addison Barger pops out to Santana, I believe, at first base, and so nobody advances. Great start, Barger. But then Varsho steals second to break up any sort of double play possibility. So now you have second and third, one out, two opportunities to drive in the go-ahead run. Ernie Clement, he flies out to Stephen Kwan in left. No one can come in to score. Now there's two out. And we're like, God, you have the game right there in your hands. And up comes Nathan Lukes, who had a big single yesterday to start that rally where Vladdy hit the 3-run shot. He drives one into right center field. It's a base hit. Springer and Varsho come in to score. Lukes up to second. He's fired up. And the Blue Jays now take a 5-3 lead. A clutch knock from your number 8, 9 hitter today? Sorry, he came in to pinch hit for Miles Straw. And in his second at bat, gets it done. Hell of a job from Nathan Lukes in this ball game, coming off the bench and just producing like that. And the Blue Jays are able to hang on to win this one, 5-3 over the Guardians. Start the weekend set against a very good team on the right note. Hopefully Jose Ramirez is okay. You never want to see a guy go down, especially a guy of his caliber. I'm a baseball fan at heart. Watching him on the field is just so beautiful. Stephen Kwan, absolute mutant, 3 for 5, and also threw out Vladdy at second base. Just an incredible ball player. And obviously, as a pure baseball fan, seeing Carlos Santana back in a Guardians jersey, well, he wasn't in a Guardians jersey before, but being in a Guardians jersey, it just makes sense, right? Spent the best parts of his career with the Guardians. Their trips to the World Series, he was a big part of that, right? Consistent 800 OPSs. He was an absolute mule for them for quite a few times. Went to Philly for one season, but then went back to Cleveland for 2 years, then KC for 2, and then bounced around Seattle, Pittsburgh, Milwaukee, Minnesota last year, and then finally back to Cleveland at age 39. So it's great to see for a pure baseball fan to see that. But you know what else is nice to see? The Toronto Blue Jays winning a ball game. Let's get to these player stats and then talk about the pitching staff. We haven't done that yet. Offensively, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., 2 for 4 with a run scored. I mean, he did get thrown out at one, so whatever. George Springer, what a day, right? 1 for 1, had a dinger, drove in a run, came home twice because he walked twice as well. Also stole a bag. Springer just had an unbelievable start to this season, and it's continuing. Alejandro Kirk's resurgence has been incredible. Remember the first 2 weeks of the year, we were thinking about playing Heineman over him. Well, now Kirky went 3 for 4 today, drove in a couple runs, and he's just playing incredible baseball. He really is. Dalton Varsho came in to pitch, run, scored a run. So there you go. Nathan Lukes 1 for 2 and drove in 2 runs. And Andres Jimenez in the 9-hole, which, again, I don't want this guy to be pressure. Like, he's going to be an incredible defender. Don't expect much with the bat. So in the 9-hole against his former team, went 2 for 4. Team had 9 hits total for the Blue Jays. Struck out 5, walked 3 times, stole a couple bases. Now, pitching-wise, Chris Bassett wasn't as sharp as we've been used to seeing from him. 5 1/3, did scrape through it though, right? 5 1/3, 7 hits, 3 runs. Again, 2 of which were driven in by Carlos Santana. 4 strikeouts, didn't walk anybody, did allow 2 homers. Wasn't his best, but gave his team a chance. And the offense came through late. Chad Green, clean inning of work there. Brendan Little, turning into an incredible lefty for this Blue Jays staff, isn't he? An inning and 2/3. Allowed 1 hit, got a punch out, nothing more. Jeff Hoffman didn't have his elite stuff today, but made it work. Clean inning, allowed a hit. It was a Stephen Kwan double. The guy, just an incredible at-bat. Walked a guy, it was a leadoff guy, so they had second and third at one point, but he got a strikeout and then got the ground ball to Ernie Clement to end the ball game. So, picked up save number 7 on the year. And the Blue Jays, like I mentioned a few times now, win this one 5-3 and open up the weekend series on a winning note. Now, tomorrow, 3:07, Gavin Williams gets the ball for the Guardians, and Kevin Gausman gets the ball for the Blue Jays. Opportunity to win the series. We talked about it before. You win this series, you beat a playoff team, right? You beat a playoff team, and you won back-to-back series. And at that rate, you're at worst 500 leaving this series against Cleveland. So let's keep going tomorrow. Try and win the first 2 of the series. And then maybe we'll talk about something else, happening in the finale, right? You guys will know what I mean. All right, so you know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and the dub today, hit that like button. Do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button. You guys know that's already. Comment down below. Thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays? Twitter, Discord, Instagram, and of course, TikTok is down below. So follow up there if you haven't done so already. And I will talk to you guys. Leafs edition. I don't think the schedule's not out yet, is it? Oh, there it is. Monday, 8 p.m. So, I'll probably be doing a video for you guys Sunday, tomorrow, something like that. I'm not too sure as of yet when I'm going to do it. Maybe Sunday, the day before puck drop. But regardless, talk to you guys probably Sunday. Round 2 preview, Leafs Panthers. We'll see how that goes. And as for the Toronto Blue Jays, back in action tomorrow for Game 2 of this 3-game set against the Guardians at Rogers Centre. 3:07 first pitch there. Kevin Gausman versus Gavin Williams of the Guardians. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the game today. Talk to you guys then.